Legend of Total War here, and today we've got a 7-year disaster situation playing as Clan Scryer, where he's got a pretty good campaign going. It's only turn 52, and he's carved out territory across 3 different continents, but he confederated, I think, Clan Spittle here, and then these forces all declared war on him, and so all of these lizardmen are coming straight for him, and he's hit the panic button. Fair enough. So I'm going to read out the email first, get some context, and then we're going to figure out a plan on how to deal with this, because these are no-joke armies that are coming at us here. And we've got a weapons team army, but we can't ambush them at sea. So let's read out the email firstly. He says, "Hi Legend, I'm playing my first Clan Scryer campaign on Legendary, and having problems after a confederation. I confederated a minor Skaven faction on Lustria, and both the Cult of Sotek and Itza declared war. I managed to put together an inexperienced weapons team army, but the Cult of Sotek came in from nowhere over the end turn, like 2 of them from the middle of the ocean. I just don't know how to deal with all these monsters, especially the solar engines, as Skaven. I tried attacking the army with 5 solar engines, 2 Coatls, and a Stegodon, so that's this army here, and got creamed by just that one army alone. Held a defensive position, and it didn't work. I think I have one more turn to prepare before they land attack the Star Tower. I have no idea what to do. If you can provide some suggestions, I'd be really grateful." Okay, so you've got your army sitting inside here. You probably don't want to fight out at sea. Like, people oftentimes massively overestimate a fresh weapons team army. Like, weapons team armies can achieve amazing results, but you got to get the right conditions for it. So fighting out at sea and fighting against really high leadership like Lizardman forces, probably not a good idea. We want to fight them on land. We want to be able to ambush them, and so we need to find a way to make that happen. The thing is, we can see that they're going straight for the Star Tower, so we need to incentivize them to not do that. So what we want to do firstly, just move this one out of the way, is just stand right here, okay? So what we're doing with this is we've actually overlapped 2 zones of control. Now, if we had stayed inside the settlement, if one of these armies besieges the settlement from the south, then the other 2 are able to land from the north because there's 2 landing positions there, right? But if one of these armies lands here and besieges the settlement, hoping these guys here can reinforce, these guys cannot land from the north because the zone of control is blocked. In order for them to land, they have to actually make an attack that they actually can't land. So against this guy here, because there's no way for them to reach him from this position. And so by doing this, one of those armies at maximum can land there. And then we've also got the settlement garrison. And against one army in a defensive siege, we would probably get an auto resolve if they were willing to attempt it, which I don't think they will. Instead, what they could do, and what they're most likely to do, is try to consolidate their forces on this embankment here. If they land 3 of their armies here, then we're able to ambush them quite easily in Lustria, because it's all jungle. So we've got a really good ambush success chance, and then it's just a case of wiping out these armies, and then probably having to do similar sort of thing with the Itza, because they're coming in as well. So let's move on to the next turn here and see what we can do. Okay, we've got an imminent rebellion coming in this location, which... that's fine. I mean, you've got an army here. Yeah, that's actually good, because that way, that's perfect timing. The revolt comes down, you get rid of it, and then you've got military crackdown, so the public order will be fine there. So that all works out really well. Okay, and then... alright, and then we'll just move on now. Let's see what we can do. So we don't want to put this guy in ambush stance. We just want him to stand there. He was already at maximum winds of magic, so we don't need him on channeling stance. Because if we put him on ambush stance, then they... for one thing, they've got a very high chance of pulling off. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They're doing what I wanted them to do. So this is good. Because look, they're even on force march. Because the AI doesn't take into consideration that you can ambush attack them. They have no idea that it even exists. Alright, unfortunately that army there didn't land. But if we've got enough movement, maybe we can hit those 2 and then come back around. Maybe. Oh, I skipped Itza's turn. Well, they didn't attack. So, he's right. We did have another turn to prepare. Now, I guarantee that if we had stayed inside the settlement, that wouldn't have happened. They would have landed. So we've got some forces in Athel Lauren being cheeky. It's all good. But yeah, this weird thing happens when you like overlap your zones of control when they're trying to make a landing. It makes it really difficult for the AI to land multiple armies there. Okay. So, yeah, there's some Itza forces over here. Those Itza forces aren't quite as strong as the Cult of Sotek's armies. But their two best ones landed here. Alright. So our ambush success chance is 96%. Let's increase it further by popping down... Let's see. You got a cunning dude here. A cunning dude there. Let's grab this one here. Just stick him in there. He doesn't need to show up. But now his ambush success chance is up by 25%. Oh, right. Doesn't take into consideration they're also got a Malus by 25%. So we've got 125% basically guaranteed ambush. Now, if we attack this one here, this one will move out of the way a little bit towards this direction after the battle because they can't be within your zone of control. So if we attack this one first, then this guy will actually move a little bit closer to the settlement here, which will allow us to use the garrison, because this is the stronger army, isn't it? This one here, I don't think is going to be that big of a deal. Alright, if we ambush it from here, you can also see that they're willing to show up from that distance. But we want to make sure it shows up for this one. If I ambush them, there's a decent chance, because it's kind of like extends out the zone of control, that the garrison might come out as well, because the zone of control is pretty close. So, hang on, if that's going to be the case, this guy here might actually get a chance to participate. Okay. Yep. Alright, we can get a decisive victory here, but we're going to take a lot of casualties. So we need to fight this manually. I really don't need to bring in my forces. We've also got loads of menace below, so that's good. Also, difficulty is maximum. That's good. Alright, let's get in there and do what we can. So, yeah, we don't need to wipe them out because they're in forced march to get wiped out. And then the other army will move closer to the city. So doing it in this order ensures that we can use the garrison against both of the enemy armies. Maybe we can auto-resolve the next one, maybe. But then again, that army is stronger. So what we need to ensure here is that we take minimal amount of damage on our army while fighting them. Because, yeah, this one's not as dangerous. There's no doubt about that. Honestly, we could even just let them go. Oh, I don't think they can. I don't think they can leave. There's nowhere for them to go. I think they have to stand and fight. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so hold the best defensive position we can, which is probably up here. The main benefit of this is that they're super disorganized. We want to be shooting into their infantry, obviously. But another thing is that because these are super low level heroes, like they're all like level 1. Let me have a look at this. Yeah, they're all very low level heroes. This will give us a chance to get some experience before the next fight, and then the next fight, and so on. Alright. This terrain here can be a little bit rough for us, but them being on forced march, at least it'll slow down their approach a fair bit. And we'll need our heroes to just hold them back as best as they possibly can. Because, yeah, we've got no Vermintides that the Plague Priest will be able to summon. So that sucks. All those Winds of Magic and... I guess Blessed with Filth is alright, because that'll allow us to slow them down. Just a little bit, slow down their speed even further. Okay. And we'll need to move the Rattling Guns down further. Okay, let's do this. Well, this one's got extra ammo on that. You stay here. Okay, you guys move up there. And... okay. And they just rush towards us. I'm not at all concerned about our reinforcements here. That's just extra balance of power, really. Alright. They're kind of shooting into the trees a little bit. Just a bit. Good, we've already killed the enemy lord. Good old Jezzail's doing their job. Alright, our lord should have access to... got Crown of Command, okay. Okay, well that could be useful. It does have access to Howling Wolfgale. This guy doesn't. Oh, they knocked me down. But... get back up again. So far so good. Okay, you guys charge in over there. Give them a Crown of Command. Good. See, this is the thing about the weapons team. In the right situation, fucking unstoppable. But yeah, the sea battles, the maps are just no good. The thing is, the reason why the ambush battles are so good is because the enemy is so disorganized right from the get-go. And they come at you kind of in a line. It allows you to just totally mess with them. Plus, you can shoot at them straight away. I don't really want you shooting there. Don't have another Crown of Command available just yet. Alright, you're our best... Oh, you got this? Okay, nice. Okay, I'm not going to have the Crown of Command available again just yet. Okay, it's just for self. Don't engage with the Croxigors, obviously. Just bring them into range with the Rattling guns. Okay, there's our reinforcements. So good. Good. Alright, so let's pop this down here so that they slow them down even further with his poison attacks. Yeah, that's helping a great deal there. Alright, this one's used up a lot of ammo. Alright, some of these shots are hitting trees as well. Just gotta be careful that we don't hurt our own units, but as long as we're not taking any casualties, which at the moment, everything's looking pretty good. Yeah, just keep these out of it. Maybe I should have just not controlled large army, don't even bring them in. Oh, they're using army ability there. Okay. Well, actually, it's better that they use it on these than our main army. And there's the army losses. Okay, cool. We got health potions on these guys as well, but they took... Basically, this one took a scratch. Okay. Yeah, in the right situation, a weapons team army is so fantastic. But in the wrong situation, it's fucking useless. It's just you gotta make sure you don't get rushed at. But yeah, it could definitely be a bit daunting seeing 3 armies coming at you. And thinking, oh no, they're gonna attack the settlement first. And you definitely want to prevent that from happening. Alright. Well, I got these other potions here. I don't think they took any damage, but I might as well... Yeah, it's all good. Okay. Alright, moving on. Cool, so no casualties whatsoever. So way better result fought manually than in auto. So we don't need to take on any captives, just didn't take any casualties. Now that wasn't the army that he was specifically trying to fight and couldn't beat, because this one was close to the other one. But that's a pretty big win at no real cost to us, apart from just weren't able to expand that turn. Okay, so your food supplies aren't the best, but that money's pretty good. We'll take that. So that army's gone. And then this one comes up over here. Oh, that was way further than I thought it would be. Ooh, okay. Alright, okay, well. Sneaky buggers. Yeah, from that distance there, I'm not sure if these guys will actually come in and assist. Maybe they will. Maybe. Anyway, we got some experience. And I was really hoping I'd get the garrison to come and help us out, but I guess I played my hand wrong there. So... Okay. Maybe now let's start getting some points into here so we can make the actual army better. Although Howling Warp Gale would be good to be able to overcast it. Well, hang on. If we have a look at the Warlock Engineer... Okay, that's good. Yeah, we can give you Howling Warp Gale because you really don't want those Coatls getting close. If we have 2 characters that have it, that's really good. Musk of Fear. If we've got the passive on that, that's not really that important. So just put... It would be good to have more ammunition and eventually get to Ballistic Instructor, but you're not going to get that this turn. Same thing with extra movement. I reckon 2 points into Howling Warp Gale because there's flying units coming at us. Then for you, you can regular cast it. So putting points into this would allow you to, just 1 point would allow you to overcast it, but it might be better to, let's see, if we go with Blastmaster, extra ammunition for them, or engineering skill for the artillery. This will affect more units, so we'll go with Blastmaster. I'm pretty sure our ambush success chance is basically 100%. Alright, you can get... Yeah, we need to get to Vermintide. Good, 2 points into that. Alright, now we've got some frontline units. And you just keep... Actually, let's give you a potion of healing, because you took damage and the other ones didn't. And I'll make sure I give that item over to... Let's see. Yeah, you can have it instead. Because that was an enchanted item, I believe. Yeah, old powder keg. That's really good. Good, good, good. And you've got some levels as well. Only 1 point into that. That's fine. It's just that it's just not going to be super cheap to cast it, that's all. But it's better to be able to cast it than not at all. Alright, cool. Alright, let's see here. We're only going to get one shot at this because we're not going to have enough movement to back off and try it again. Ooh, and no garrison to support us. Alright, in hindsight, I made a mistake. I probably should have attacked this one first, that way the garrison could have come out. But that being said, I don't really want to use the garrison. So, hopefully the map is good for us here. I think it's the exact same map, and it did well for us last time, but this is a faster army. Bastillodons aren't that quick, so we've got to try to take out the Coatls first. That's the most important thing. They're still in force march. Alright, let's do this. So yeah, Valiant defeat and auto-resolve, but the thing about the Weapons Team army, it's so good at ambushing enemy armies. So good at it. So, who cares what the auto-resolve says? I mean, we did way better than what I'd expected last time. But fighting out at sea, you can't go into ambush stance, you can't ambush attack. That's why you got to get them on the land. These Skaven are not good seafarers. Alright, I reckon the exact same setup as before will be fine. Especially considering we've got more holding power now. That'll be good. Maybe it'd be good if we weren't putting them in front of the trees. Just that we want to make sure we shoot at them right at the beginning of the battle. That's really important. Okay, what if I put one over here? Because, yeah, the formation could have been a little bit better last time. And these ones here, they need to get down and around. You don't want to put them right in front of them because they might sort of shoot them in the back of the head a little bit. I missed one. Okay. That's... it's not in the best terrain there, but we make do with what we got. Okay. And make sure they're all on guard mode there. Bring you up a bit forward because... We specifically leveled them up so that we can use Howling Wargale, because those Coatls are going to be the most dangerous units in the army. We take them out or prevent them from getting to us, we should be fine. Don't really need to use control groups because it doesn't seem like a particularly micro-intensive situation. Because most of the time you're just letting these guys just do their thing and you just make slight adjustments here and there. But yeah, see, this is the main benefit. You get to smash them while half of their army is at the back. The bounce power is not in our favor yet. Alright, we're definitely going to want to be casting some of these. Doesn't have to be right now. Actually, now might be a good time to do so. It doesn't last very long. Yeah, see, get them to cast their abilities now. Just stay put. Yeah, they did both of them at the same time. That's good. What happened there? Did we shoot them in the back of the head? Did we get friendly fire? What happened there? Or did they use their army ability? Okay, you guys stop firing. That's not very useful there. The other guys aren't in range yet. Then put this behind the enemy lines to make them go backwards. Okay, one Coatl down, that's good. The other one's in range, shoot that. Doesn't look like we even need the Howling Wargale. Yeah, what happened to these casualties? Need to have an inquiry. Based on the damage, I think it was the... because they're right next to each other, I think it was their army ability. Just didn't really see what they were doing. Good. Alright, definitely want to be getting rid of the Pterodon Riders. Don't let them get close. Alright, so the Bastildon solar engines, they're on the way. What is doing damage to us? Maybe that... Just not sure what's doing the damage. It's good that they're distracted. Alright. You guys need to start shooting at this. Yeah, what is shooting at them? Because whatever it is, it's doing poison attacks. Alright, get... No, post-battle loot options should recover us completely. Okay, they're in range. They're doing some damage. One down. Let's take them out one at a time. Alright, we need to be casting more of these out. To try to draw their attention. Get them to shoot at that instead. Make sure these ones here don't rally. Shoot into that. Alright, this one here. Move to the back. You're taking too much damage. Okay, another one down. Shoot at them. Okay, try to pin them down so they don't shoot. Oh, it's this Stegodon. That's what's shooting us. Right. Oh, them firing all on one target's kind of bad for them, but that's fine. Okay, keep them coming over there. And we got him. Alright, post-battle loot options should allow us to recover this. Unfortunately, that one's got the heal potion, but we're in pretty good shape, I think, overall. Everyone just stop fire. Actually, no. If we kill more units, we'll get more loot and food. And more options for post-battle loot options, because it doesn't take much to heal a unit of Warplock Jezzails or Rattling Guns, because they've got relatively low health. Let's see here. We could use these if we could summon it right in front of them here. Maybe I could kill some of them. So yeah, it was the Stegodon that was actually doing all the damage to us. I just couldn't quite see. I thought there might have been like some sort of chameleon skink in front of us here that I couldn't see. But no, so that's okay. At least they're on force march, so that gets wiped out. But there's still more forces to deal with. The post-battle loot options shouldn't take the hero's health into consideration for the Skaven. Alright, that'll have to do that. Yeah, I think there's a pretty good chance we'll be able to heal them to full. Just with the post-battle loot options. But yeah, you'll definitely be able to notice a difference ambushing them instead of fighting them out at sea. Big difference. Like, I could understand in a regular battle why this army here would win. Because don't forget, the Stegodon, that didn't start shooting until the second half of the battle. If it was the other way around and we were fighting out at sea, they would have started shooting at us at the beginning of the engagement. Because I think they've got the same range as the Warplock Jezzails, or maybe a little bit more, I'm just not entirely sure. Yep, there we go, fully restored army. This is also why you don't want to put Skaven slaves or storm vermin into this army, because if they're damaged, then they absorb all the bloody casualties post-battle loot, but this guy here doesn't. Now, here's a problem. If we want to ensure that they don't land here, we need to be standing here. That's really important. But if we're in force march here, they will not be able to attack us, so we're safe in force march. So if we stand right... Don't get into the settlement, just right there. We're safe. They won't land there. They're way more likely to land here. Now, as for this army here, the allies don't take into consideration their allied forces. So they're not actually allied with each other, just trading. So what's most likely going to happen is this army here is probably just going to hightail it out of there and just go home and go look for reinforcements. It's unlikely that it will sail around over here to threaten Fuming Serpent, because we would be able to next turn just go out and kill it. They have no idea what Itza is going to do, because like I said, the AI doesn't coordinate with each other. Itza, on the other hand, they are likely to land here, especially because I've disabled them from realistically launching the attack here, and also they're nowhere near as much of a threat. So I'm pretty sure this situation is solved for you next turn. So what I'm going to do here now, we're just going to quick save it, and we're just going to check. So, because he's got other armies to go and deal with, I'm not going to end the turn and send it to him having done nothing with them. We're just going to see if my prediction is correct. Because I think the situation is solved now. So even though it's on Legendary difficulty, he doesn't have Iron Man mode on, so that quick save is what will be sent over to him. But yeah, being a master of Skaven is really about understanding how to force the enemy into ambush situations. You do not want to be fighting out at sea. Like, sometimes you can win, but your army's all fresh. Like, they'll be better now just because they've got that... I didn't level them up. It doesn't matter. Just because they've got all that extra experience. I mean, getting the Plague Priests without Vermintide... Oh, they're useless at that. I mean, look, they're not even coming at us. The AI is such cowardly. They're going to wait for more forces. Then, oh, this one wants to go for it. It's not going to land. Oh, you could easily beat that out at sea. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Because that army is nowhere near as much of a threat as that one that you actually did fight. Plus, your army is stronger now. In fact, I don't really understand why they did that. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, see, look, our strength ranking is way higher than it. We've only got 18 units. We do have a Coatl. So, if we were to do this... Alright, it does say Valiant Defeat, but another thing to keep in mind as well is that we have this one here. So you can bring that out. Okay, if you want to bring it out at sea, you have to take it out first and do this. Otherwise, it'll just attack it from the port. Alright, so it's just not an auto-resolve win, but I really can't see you winning in that scenario there, especially because of the Vermintides. That will make a big difference. Also, get Plague Rash here, so that every time you cast a spell with these Plague Priests, it'll slow them down by an additional 10%. These guys here aren't going to be slowed down by being on Force March or anything, but it is a smaller army. These units here shouldn't be that big of a deal. The map won't be ideal. You'll probably end up taking some damage, but with your heroes higher leveled up now, especially with this guy putting some points into these here, your units have also gained more experience. They're going to fire a lot faster. They're going to be more accurate. So, less dangerous army against a more dangerous army. You're not under any threat here. So this situation, I think, is fine. You're probably going to have to keep this army in this area until you've dealt with a few more waves. Because if you go over here to attack them over here, well, then they're just going to attack you wherever you're not. So you're just going to have to play Whack-A-Lizard for the time being. But what... the advantage of doing that is you're going to be getting a lot of food from every army that they send at you. So you can basically have this Lizardman delivery service, Pizza Hut. It's a hut. And basically use that to fuel Ikit Claw and the other one's expansion so you can go out there and smash other settlements. Sometimes having an army that's not expanding and just generating food is really useful. And in fact, I kind of think that's what you're doing over here as well with this. So that's fine. Alright guys, well that's the end of this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you next time. Later guys.